Job chapter 11. Zophar from Naamah said, "So much foolish talk cannot go unanswered. Your words have silenced others and made them ashamed. Now it is only right for you to be put to shame. You claim to be innocent and argue that your beliefs are acceptable to God. But I wish God would speak and let you know that wisdom has many different sides. You would then discover that God has punished you less than you deserve. Can you understand the mystery surrounding God all-powerful? They are higher than the heavens and deeper than the grave. So what can you do when you know so little, and these mysteries outreach the earth and the ocean? If God puts you in prison or drags you to court, what can you do? God has the wisdom to know when someone is worthless and sinful, but it's easier to tame a wild donkey than to make a fool wise. Surrender your heart to God, turn to Him in prayer, and give up your sins, even those you do in secret. Then you won't be ashamed, you will be confident and fearless. Your troubles will go away like water beneath a bridge, and your darkest night will be brighter than noon. You will rest safe and secure, filled with hope and emptied of worry. You will sleep without fear and be greatly respected. But those who are evil will go blind and lose their way. Their only escape is death. Job chapter 12. Job said to his friends, "You think you are so great, with all the answers. But I know as much as you do, and so does everyone else. I have always lived right, and God answered my prayers. Now friends make fun of me. It's easy to condemn those who are suffering, when you have no troubles. Robbers and other godless people live safely at home and say, 'God is in our hands.' If you want to learn, then go and ask the wild animals and the birds, the flowers and the fish. Any of them can tell you what the Lord has done. Every living creature is in the hands of God. We hear with our ears, taste with our tongues, and gain some wisdom from those who have lived a long time. But God is the real source of wisdom and strength. No one can rebuild what He destroys, or release those He has imprisoned. God can hold back the rain or send a flood, just as He rules over liars and those they lie to. God shames counselors, turns judges into fools, and makes slaves of kings. God removes priests and others who have great power. He confuses wise, experienced advisors, puts mighty kings to shame, and takes away their power. God turns darkness to light. He makes nations strong, then shatters their strength. God strikes their rulers senseless, then leaves them to roam through barren deserts, lost in the dark, staggering like someone drunk. Job chapter 13. I know and understand every bit of this. None of you are smarter than I am. There's nothing you know that I don't. But I prefer to argue my case with God all-powerful. You are merely useless doctors, who treat me with lies. The wisest thing you can do is to keep quiet and listen to my argument. Are you telling lies for God and not telling the whole truth when you argue His case? If He took you to court, could you fool Him, just as you fool others? If you were secretly unfair, He would correct you, and His glorious splendor would make you terrified. Your wisdom and arguments will blow away like dust. Be quiet while I speak, and we'll see what happens. I will be responsible for what happens to me. God may kill me, but still I will trust Him and offer my defense. This may be what saves me, because no guilty person would come to His court. Listen carefully to my words. I have prepared my case well, and I am certain to win. If you can prove me guilty, I will give up and die. I ask only two things of you, my God, and I will no longer hide from you. Stop punishing and terrifying me. Then speak, and I will reply, or else let me speak, and you reply. Please point out my sins, so I will know them. Why have you turned your back and count me your enemy? Do you really enjoy frightening a fallen leaf? Why do you accuse me of horrible crimes and make me pay for sins I did in my youth? You have tied my feet down and keep me surrounded. I am rotting away like cloth eaten by worms. Job chapter 14. Life is short and sorrowful for every living soul. We are flowers that fade and shadows that vanish. And so, I ask you, God, why pick on me? There's no way a human can be completely pure. Our time on earth is brief, the number of our days is already decided by you. Why don't you leave us alone and let us find some happiness while we toil and labor? When a tree is chopped down, there is always the hope that it will sprout again. Its roots and stump may rot, but at the touch of water, it sprouts once again. Humans are different, we die, and that's the end. We are like streams and lakes after the water has gone. We fall into the sleep of death, never to rise again, until the sky disappears. Please hide me, God, deep in the ground, and when you are angry no more, remember to rescue me. Will we humans live again? I would gladly suffer and wait for my time. My Creator, you would want me, you would call out, and I would answer. You would take care of me, but not count my sins. You would put them in a bag, tie it tight, and toss them away. But in the real world, mountains tumble, and rocks crumble, streams wear away stones and wash away soil. And you destroy our hopes. You change the way we look, then send us away, wiped out forever. We never live to know if our children are praised or disgraced. We feel no pain but our own, and when we mourn, it's only for ourselves. Job chapter 15. Eliphaz from Teman said, Job, if you had any sense, you would stop spreading all of this hot air. Your words are enough to make others turn from God and lead them to doubt. And your sinful, scheming mind is the source of all you say. I am not here as your judge, your own words are witnesses against you. Were you the first human? Are you older than the hills? Have you ever been present when God's counsel meets? Do you alone have wisdom? Do you know and understand something we don't? We have the benefit of wisdom older than your father. And you have been offered comforting words from God. Isn't this enough? Your emotions are out of control, making you look fierce. That's why you attack God with everything you say. No human is pure and innocent, and neither are angels, not in the sight of God. If God doesn't trust his angels, what chance do humans have? We are so terribly evil that we thirst for sin. Just listen to what I know, and you will learn wisdom known by others since ancient times. Those who gained such insights also gained the land, and they were not influenced by foreign teachings. But suffering is in store each day for those who sin. Even in times of success, they constantly hear the threat of doom. Darkness, despair, and death are their destiny. They scrounge around for food, all the while dreading the approaching darkness. They are overcome with despair, like frightened soldiers facing a fearsome king in battle. This is because they rebelled against God all-powerful and have attacked him with their weapons. They may be rich and fat, but they will live in the ruins of deserted towns. Their property and wealth will shrink and disappear. They won't escape the darkness, and the blazing breath of God will set their future aflame. They have put their trust in something worthless. Now they will become worthless like a date palm tree without a leaf. Or like vineyards or orchards whose blossoms and unripe fruit drop to the ground. Yes, the godless and the greedy will have nothing but flames feasting on their homes, because they are the parents of trouble and vicious lies.